we've heard multiple times from multiple insiders that there is actively discussions and talks with Sony and Andrew Garfield for more Amazing Spider-Man and potential crossovers. There's even been sort of hints by the actor that he's interested in returning if there is an opportunity to get back to exploring more of what happens with Spider-Man. Now, allegedly, Marvel Studios wants to make good again by bringing the actor back in Avengers Secret Wars for a supporting role. On a scale of like 1 to 10, if you were to say, what is the likelihood of Andrew Garfield returning for Avengers Secret Wars? I would honestly give it like an 8. Like, he's already said that it's because of what Marvel Studios was able to pull off and talking to Sony and, you know, making all the wrongs right by him, that he's willing to work with the studio again, as long as things can fall in order and he doesn't feel like things are going to fall apart again. And he's even said that having aged since he took on the role of Spider-Man and experienced what Hollywood has to offer, that he's come to peace with his time as Spider-Man, but he's always willing to return. So reports recently have stated that Secret Wars is just kind of getting bigger and bigger, almost ballooning in size and scope. And allegedly, one of the reasons is because they want everybody that's in the MCU and that's appeared in the MCU so far to come back. This would include all the Spider-Men, including Andrew Garfield. According to some reports, Garfield's role would be maybe slightly less than what he had in Spider-Man No Way Home, but he would essentially be a supporting character in this film that could also hint towards the fact that maybe his Spider-Man is directly connected to Venom and whatever Sony's doing to set up some of those spin-offs and that universe kind of living on its own. And again, if money is the factor here, it's going to happen. If creatively things are a factor and that's the holdup, I think that would honestly be on Sony's end, because Sony is really spreading themselves everywhere. You know, they're in bed with Amazon, they're in bed with Disney, they're in bed with Netflix. Like, they're with everybody at this point making deals. And it's smart for them. So logistically, they can work this out again. And a supporting role in Secret Wars is honestly, I think, all you would need from him. Because, let's be real, if he is in some way, shape, or form going to be brought back for Sony, this could be a way to kind of just keep him in, you know, the mind's eye, to keep him in the spotlight while they work out whatever they're trying to do, because obviously you can't have conflicting Spider-Man films coming out every other year because of oversaturation. So you got to be careful with this, and certainly with them playing with more of the Spider-Verse angle and everything in animation and live films, I think that Secret Wars would honestly be a smart choice, especially if you're going to then pick up the story with years after The Amazing Spider-Man 2, his adventures in the multiverse, and then explore this new universe back to The Amazing Spider-Man on Sony's own standalone thing. It kind of makes sense. So I do believe that there is a part of this giant report that we've had and reports that we've had in the past that Andrew Garfield is interested in coming back as long as the story is right and as long as they can make a deal based on, you know, value, aka money. Which, let's be real, they're going to spend all the money on Secret Wars because it's going to be the biggest film of all time, so might as well go in full force and see what happens.